Hello everyone, in this video we are going to go through HTML tables. HTML tables allow web developers to arrange data into rows and columns. And for this video I'm going to use this index.html, and I also have this style.css in our source folder. By the way, I'm using Visual Studio Code as my code editor. If you need to learn more about Visual Studio Code, you can find the link in the description below and watch my videos. Now let me show you this page right now, and with this Visual Studio Code I'm using live server extension, and here we have. So this is our page. I don't have anything in this page, just basic HTML document. And to create a table you'll need a couple of tags. First of all, table, and within this table tag we'll need a table row. TR stands for table row, and within this table row we'll need TD, stands for table data. And I'm gonna copy this TD a couple of times, and let's put some data in here. Let's say name, second would be age, and third would be profession. Let's save it, and there you go. This is our table. Right now we don't have any styling here. We'll do styling soon. And I'm gonna, let's say if you want to build all of this out, you can achieve it by changing this TD to TH, stands for table header. And now I'm gonna add some data here. Let's take a couple of rows here, and within row I'm gonna take table data, and I'm gonna copy it a couple of times, and the name would be Mark, and age 28, and the profession of Mark would be web developer. Hit save, and there you go. I'm gonna copy this row a couple of times, hit save, and I'm gonna change this data here. Second will be Williams, and the age would be 18, and his profession would be graphics designer. And the third one would be Michael, and the age would be 30, and its profession would be let's say animator. Hit save, and there we have our table. Now let's move to the styling. You can add border to your table by, let's move to the style.css and select our selectors first. Define table as a selector, and th and td. Put some parentheses, and I'm gonna put in here property of border colon, and I'm gonna type in here, let's say 1 pixels, and it will be solid. The color would be black. Let's save, and here it is. Now if you don't want this double lines here, you can remove it just by putting a property border dash collapse. Hit save. Now they are gone. You can change the background color of your table by defining the selectors, table header and table data, and putting some parentheses, and type in here background color, let's say aqua. Hit save, and the background color is changed. and you can play with it. You can also have a radius background just by putting a property border dash radius, and I'm gonna keep here 10 pixels. Let's save. Now the borders are radius. Now let's talk about the size of our table. And first of all, I'm gonna give the width of this table 100%. By width 100%. Hit save. Now the width of our table is 100%. Sorry, let's take another selector table and remove this width from here and type it in here. Hit save. Now it's all 100%. Now let's say if you want to increase the size of this name column, you can do it by just let's define here a class name or header. Hit save and define our selector here, header, and type in here width, let's say 80 or 70%. Hit save. Now our first column width is 70%. Likewise, you can also change the height of our rows. I want to make a height of this row, our first row, to be, let's say, 200 pixels. So first go back to your index.html and type in here, let's say class would be top row. Hit save and copy this class name and define it in here as a selector, and the width or the height would be, let's say, 200 pixels. Hit save. And this way you can change the height of your rows. Now you can also make vertical headers by defining the th here. I'm gonna make this th, and this will be th, and this will be again th. And you will need to change this ending tag as well to th. Let's save and th, select this, change it to th. Let's save. Now our first column is converted to the header. They are all bold now. Now let's undo that. And let's talk about the alignment. If you want your header to be left aligned, you can do it by going back to your style.css and define your selector here with th and type in here text align left. Hit save. th. Oh, sorry, I don't need any dot here. Hit save. Now they are all left aligned. And if you want to make your TDs to be centered aligned, you can do it by defining your selector here, TD, and put some curly braces here and type in here text align to the center. Hit save. Now they are all centered. Now if you want to make this column to span to over 2 or more columns, you can do it by, let me simplify, I'm gonna delete all of this styling. Hit save, and I'm also gonna delete these classes. Hit save, and let me check if I have anything. Alright, now let's give a border. Let's define our style tag here, and let's get the selectors table, th, td, some braces, and I'm gonna give a border of 1 pixel, and it would be solid, color would be black. Hit save, and I also want to collapse the border dash collapse and collapse. Hit save. Yes, and I want this table to be 100%. First, define style attribute here, and the width would be 100%. Hit save. Yes, that looks pretty good now. And now let's talk about our main thing. If you want to make this column to span to over 2 or more columns, you can do this by just type in here colspan attribute, and the value would be 2. Hit save. Alright, let's delete this third header. Hit save. And now our first column spans to 2 columns. You can also give a caption to your table by adding a caption tag below your table tag, caption, and the caption would be employee details. Hit save, and here it is. Now let's add some, let me undo this column span first. Delete, and I'm gonna add another header here again. th would be profession. Hit save, and yes, we have got it. Now I'm gonna add some padding to our table, and you can do this by just define your selectors by th and td, put a couple of curly braces, and type in here padding let's say 15 pixels. Let's save, and here it is. We have got padding now, and we have got properties like padding left, right, top, bottom, and so on. Let me delete this now. You can also add a space between all of these cells, and you can do it by adding border spacing. Let's do it by adding, let me remove this styling, and I'm gonna type in here table and give couple of curly braces and give a property here, border dash spacing would be, let's say, 30 pixels. Let's save. Let me remove this first, border collapse. Yes, here it is. Now you have got spacing between all of your cells. Alright, so let me delete this and hit save, and I'm gonna delete the border as well, because we'll be discussing some zebra stripes. You can give zebra stripes to your table by, let's define here table, and I'm gonna give a couple of properties here, border dash collapse would be collapse, and width would be 100%. Let's save. Alright, and now let's get table header and table data braces, and let's text align to the left. And the padding would be 8 pixels. Hit save and see what I have. Alright, now let's get the table rows and type in here background color to be aqua. Hit save. Here it is. Now here is the tricky part. Just type in here column nth child, and the value would be even. Hit save, and there you go. This is how you can give zebra stripes to your table. You can also make vertical zebra stripes, and you can do this by going back to our index.html and first remove this code, and I'm gonna type in here table header colon and child even, and comma table data colon and child even, couple of braces, and I'm gonna type in here background color to be aqua. Hit save, and here it is. I don't have another column here. Let's add one. Alright, so th address Let's save and td, let's say LA, and here td New York, and here I'm gonna add another td tag, and this will be Chicago. Hit save, and here it is. Now you have vertical zebra stripes. You can also combine this vertical and horizontal stripes just by, let me, yes, this would be the same, and I'm gonna delete this line of code and type in here table row colon nth child even some braces, and I'm gonna type in here background color would be aqua, and for table header and child even, and I'm gonna type in here background color would be aquamarine. Hit save and see what we have now. It didn't work. Yes, because I forgot to add here table data colon and child even. Hit save, and here we have it. We have vertical and horizontal zebra stripes. Now you can also give your table horizontal dividers. Let me delete this styling now. For now, let's save and type in here table row basis and border bottom would be 1 pixels solid and black. Let me delete this comma. Hit save, and here it is. Now you can also use hover selector on your rows to highlight table rows on mouse over, and let's do it by adding tr selector here and column hover braces, and I'm gonna give a background color would be beige. Let's save. Now if I hover over, the background color is changed to beige. You can also style specific columns of your table by adding call group tag, and let's do it. Let's say you want to style these two columns of your table, and you can do it by, let me delete this first, and I'm gonna type in here save. We don't have any styling anymore, and let's go back to our table tag, and I'm gonna type in here under caption I'm gonna give another tag call group, and within call group I'm gonna define another tag that is call, and the attribute would be span, the value would be 2, and I'm gonna give a style attribute here. The value would be background color, and I'm gonna choose a color, let's say burly wood. Hit save, and your 2 columns are styled now. Alright guys, that's all for now. Thank you for watching and see you next time.